Hello viewers, how are you? Hope you are doing well. Today we will cover the if statement, if else if statement. Okay, so before explaining this, I will revise the previous one. First, we have covered if condition brackets. This was one-way selection. If condition and then action. What we want, we will write the condition here. This is one-way selection. How many conditions you have, you will use. If you have four condition, you will use 4 times if condition. This is one-way selection, no alternative one. Okay, so I will explain briefly. We will move to the third part quickly. So second, that is if condition. If you want to make it more clear, we are using condition in brackets. Okay, so if condition bracket close brackets here, and else bracket here. So if condition is true, we will write the action here. This is the action part here. It will come here. Control will come here. It means if condition is true, execute this part. Okay, this one, part 1. If condition is not true, go to the else part here. This is the else part. Part 2. So if condition is true, we will write the statement here to execute. It will not go to the else part. If condition is not true, mean false, it will come here to the else part. This was our alternative statement, if then else statement. So this was the number 2, if then else. Third is if condition now we will if then else if we will use. Mean, for example, if we want to use 3, 4, 5, 6 conditions together, how we will combine using if statement. So this is the number 3 if statement. If condition, if this condition is true, then it will come here. Part 1. Here we will write some statements to take some action. What we want to do, we will write here. For example, find the grade, display grade. If you are calculating something, you will write the statement here. If this condition, okay, we will write this C and D1, condition 1. If condition 1 is true, go in this part. If condition 1 is not true, then we will write like this, if else if. Instead of else, we will write else if condition 2. Okay, then here, if condition 1 is true, go here in part 1. If it is not true, then it will come here, else if. It will check another condition. If it is true, then it will go in part 2. Okay, now we'll copy this and paste full. If this condition 2 is not true, then again we will write check a third condition, else if part 3. If this condition is not true, then we will move to condition 4 and this part 4. If this is also not true, then we will go to the condition number 5. This is 4, this is 3, this is 2, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Else if condition 5, if this is true, condition number 5 is true, then go in part 5. Suppose we have some criteria, some problem in which we have to check 6 conditions. Okay, if condition 1, do this part. Else if, it means if this is not true, else if this second condition, then go in part 2. Else if mean if this condition is second is true, not true, go in condition 3. Check condition 3. Go in, if true, go in this part. If this is not true, condition 3 is not true, move to the else part, condition 4. If true, go in part 4. If not true, go in this else part to check next condition, condition 5. If this is true, go in part 5. And for example, if this condition is not true, then there will be last part, that will be else part. Else bracket start and bracket close, and this is here some statements. Some statements. For example, so if condition 1 is not true, it will go here. If condition 2 is not true, it will go to the third condition. If condition 3 is not true, it will go to the condition 4. If condition 4 is not true, it will go to the condition 5. And if condition 5 is also not true, then there is a last part, that is else part. If it will go here and we will write something here. We will write the statement. Okay, we will write the statement. What will be the statement? It will be as per the program. Okay, so I will give you some criteria to find the grade of a student. This is a program. Input marks, find the grade of a student as per the following criteria. Now see, this is the criteria. Marks between 90 and 100, A grade. Between 80 and 89, B grade. Between 70 and 79, C grade. Between 60 and 69, D grade. Between 50 and 59, E grade. Otherwise, we call it last statement. Otherwise or less than 50, U or F. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 is the last part. 6 conditions we will put to find the grade A, B, C, D, E. If all these 6 are not true, then we will set the grade U. That will be the else part. Last will be the else part. In last part we will not use else if. It will be only else. Okay, so we will start from here. If condition, else if, else if, else if, else if, and else part. This is if then else. This is known as multiple if statement or ladder you know, like a ladder, stepwise. Ladder statement. Ladder statement. Okay, but this will be a single statement from here till here. How many if we will use? That will be a single statement. Okay, in all cases it will be a single statement. Now we move to C++ to we will write a program following this criteria. A, B, C, D. Above 90, 100, 80, 70. So keep in mind this criteria we will write as C++ program. So first of all we will include again three files. Include conio.h, include stdio.h, include iostream.h. I explain all this. Now I think now easy it is for you. These are help files or library files. Now we will start int main bracket start close, start the main curly brackets. Okay, here clr scr to clear the screen. Now we will give a message cout enter the student marks out of 100 semicolon. To get the marks, cn statement greater than sign marks. Now marks will, whatever you will enter, it will stored here in the marks variable. Now we will apply ladder statement or multiple if statement or if else if statement. Three names are there. So we will write the comments also here. Write a program to find the student grade as per the given criteria. Using if else if statement. Okay, so this is our comment description of the program using if else statement. So now input statement we have used. Now we will use if statement. First criteria that is given. Okay, if value is in marks greater than or equal 90 and marks lesser or equal 100 bracket close. Okay, normally we start from here to, it's better start from here brackets after the condition to increase the readability. Okay, see it is more readable. If this condition is true as given in our criteria, so cout A grade, just use A grade. We want to print A grade, semicolon, and close the bracket. Only one statement will do, nothing else. Okay, so again here, else if. Now first statement, if condition, if this is true, it will go here. If this condition is false, it will go to the else part. Else if mean another condition will come. So again here, so we will copy this and we will change the marks only. Okay, we'll copy this condition and we'll paste here. Else if, just will change the criteria. Marks greater than 80 and lesser or equal 89. Now see out, if this condition is true, what we want to display? B grade. Close the brackets. Now go back here. If this condition is true, print this. If this is not true, then again we will use else if. Third condition, we'll change the criteria. 70, marks greater than or equal 70 and marks lesser or equal 79. Here we will display same. See out, C grade, close the brackets. Okay. Again, if this condition is false, we will go to the next condition. Sorry, this one. Here we will write else, sorry, that is else if bracket start, that was marks. Else if marks now greater than or equal 60 and marks lesser or equal to 69. See out, as per our criteria, this is D grade. Close the bracket. If this is false, then we will apply another else if. This one, else if marks greater than equal to 50 and marks lesser or equal to 59. If this is true, see out, that is E grade. Now, as per our criteria, we started from 90. 90 and above A, else if 80 and 89 B, 70 and 79, between 70 and 79, C. Else if 60 and 69, D. Else if 50 and 59, E. Now last option, mean if it is less than 50, then it will be U grade or F grade. So here last option we will not use, this one. We will use else part without conditions. We will write else, same. We'll put the bracket, C out, quotation start, semicolon, close the bracket. Okay, this is a single statement. From here till here, this bracket, this is one statement. Okay, now here we are applying 6 conditions. Maybe in some problems we may or may not, or maybe we need 10 conditions, 15 conditions. So we will prolong this structure, else if, else if, else if, else if, and what will be the last option? That will be the else. If all conditions are, false, then what should be the else part? Maybe some message, maybe some last result we want. If all fail, display this. So this is the last else part. Close the bracket, and then now main area of the program completed. Now just to complete the program body, get ch and then return 0, and then close the bracket. This is the program end. Okay, now we will check variables. How many variables we are using in this? We are using only this one, marks. See, we are using marks. We are repeating marks in the if else statement. So we will go here, after the brackets, int marks. Marks are of type integer. This we will declare, and semicolon. Now we'll save the program. This is our program number 11. It is already okay. 11. Okay, now we'll check, compile. Any errors are there? It is giving 3 errors. Statement missing. Yes. Here instead of semicolon we have used colon. Now again save the program, Alt F9, 0. So no other error in our program. Now Control F9 to run the program. Enter the student marks out of 100. For example, 90. A grade. So here just give one, in the message a space to make it more clear, like this. 100 space here, colon, some space there. F2, we will run the program. For example, we enter marks 40, U grade. We'll check exact 50, E grade. Exact 70, it should be C grade. C grade, as per our criteria. This one, mark 70 and 79, C grade. So boundaries are very important. Please make sure the boundaries you are fixing, properly. You are equaling using greater than sign and equal sign if we want to include 90, but in our criteria 90 is included, and see here 89 is included in this. Okay, so boundaries must be declared appropriately. Focus on the boundaries, check it is well defined, otherwise it will give the errors. Maybe we are thinking that program will give A result, A grade, but when you will run the program, maybe it will give you B grade or C grade because of the criteria. So logically, check the conditions manually also when you are writing, check it appropriately.